Right, it seems we're ready for the Titanfall 2 race. It's gonna be the No, wait. I mean, yeah, the Annie person that gets raised by rippypi and Zoochable, with commentary from Next Racer 1 and Sweek. So, well, time for it. Take it over.
Yo, what's up, Archiethoners? All the Archie fans in chat. I'm Zoochable, and I'm going to be racing rippypi in
Hello.
Titanfall 2 any percent no cutscenes. It's a really fun category, or a really fun speed game in general, but we are itching to hop into it. I also want to mention that Zweek and Next Racer are going to be commentating for us.
Let's pop in.
Good evening.
Good evening.
They are super knowledgeable, and me and Rippy are still going to be here, but we're just going to be mostly gaming and chiming in occasionally. They're going to be taking over the commentary because they're the knowledge gods here.
Yeah, I get to get used to these two nerds right here.
Those are my goats.
It's a compliment to me.
But I think, are we ready to hop in, Rippy?
It's gonna be 5 seconds for my live spot to load. I forgot
Cool.
to open that. That's my bad.
That's okay.
Unbelievable.
No cutscene doesn't work without it, so I should do that.
Oh, true. Yes. That's right. That is an important detail.
Yeah, I'm good now.
But yeah, we'll get into how the category works once we're going.
Okay, Zweek, would you like to count us down?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So both are ready, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. This is epic. So, I guess I haven't commentated to run in ages. So if you're not familiar with Titanfall 2, it is a military sci-fi FPS made by Respawn Entertainment, which, now that I've said that, I'm contractually obligated to say that. Did you know, guys? Did you know that Titanfall 2 actually runs on a modified version of the Source engine?
Yo.
I said the thing. Whoa! Oh my god. So, what does that mean, right? So you may know speed games like Half-Life, Portal, where like the way you move in those games is a little weird. Like you kind of like jump continuously and you look left and right the entire time. That movement looks pretty much exactly the same in Titanfall 2, as you can see. Like as both gamers are out here hopping through this hallway. I'm actually gonna shut up for a second. Audio cue. So you can see as they're like looking left and right and continuously jumping, that's called bunny hopping and air strafing, respectively. Those are like the two little components. Where basically the idea is if you're looking to the left and holding left on your keyboard, or you're looking right and holding right, then you'll move in a curve through the air and also gain speed at the same time. And you'll be able to see that pretty much the entire time, as both the runners have a speedometer on like towards the right of the crosshair, and you'll be able to see that as they're hopping around, they'll just continue, like that number is continuously just gonna go up the entire time.
Yeah, sorry, I just opened Halo MCC by accident.
Which, fun fact, is not a Source Engine game, but it is also a sci-fi game. But yeah, what we're seeing here right now is some damage boosting, which in the gauntlet, in the tutorial, has some funny properties in the sense that, well, you can kind of just let the grenade explode in your hand and it's all fine because you're completely invincible the entire time. So you can basically get the theoretical maximum speed boost out of damage boosting, which is something that you can't do in any other level.
Yeah, and like we're coming up on our first NCS save load here, so we should probably explain a little bit about what the category is.
Yes.
So yeah, NCS, it doesn't stand for no copyright sounds, it stands for no cutscenes. So pretty much like the idea is, it's kind of like the runner convenience category where, you know, this game kind of has a pretty good amount of like waiting periods, and in races especially, a lot of the time people are like synced in cutscenes, and you just sat there for like 5 minutes. So we just load like save files at specific points that are like predefined, and then that lets us like skip through all of some of the more annoying waiting periods in the game. And yeah, it's like especially it's used in races nowadays, for the reason I just mentioned.
Yeah, it's also a nice thing that some runners like to use as a way to just grind down their time. And I don't know if you could hear that. My niece is like screaming in the background right now. I just want to address that. I don't know if the mic is picking that up as I'm speaking, but it's very funny.
Yeah, they're kind of popping off.
She's having a good time. But yeah, a lot like some runners, myself included, when I was actively running the game anyway, would use this category as a way to just grind their time down and like efficiently practice and get better at the game, and then go back to the main category, which is regular any percent, where you do have to watch the cutscenes, and then that's like, you know, that's the more prestigious category, right? Like any percent is like the big one, right? So that's the one where the time actually matters. And then they would go back and like get the time that like is equivalent to that, and it's a difference of like I don't know exactly anywhere. It's like 21.5 minutes roughly of cutscenes that we skip in this category. Also, can we just like talk about how like close these gamers are right now?
Yeah.
There's no.
Actually, I
haven't
don't
seen
even know
any
which
like.
screen's which right now. Hold up.
Yeah, hang on. Who's who? Okay, Zooch is at the bottom for me, or for you. Oh gosh.
Oh no.
Oh right. Okay, we'll have to figure out as we're going like who's on the left and who's. Oh wait. No, the colors. I just realized on the stream overlay there's colors. Like, Rippy's on the left. Zooch is on the right. On the stream overlay.
Yeah, and also if you look at Zooch's screen, we're coming up on a really good place to talk about wall kicks as well. So it's like one of the other like bread and butter mechanics, as you just saw there, is if you jump off a wall within, I think it's like 5 ticks of grabbing it. Sweek might be able to correct me on that.
It's like 5 ticks is like the rule of thumb. There's a lot more that goes into it, but like that's, you know, generally what we look for.
But yeah, if you do that, you will gain speed from like jumping off the wall.
Sorry,
I'm British. But yeah, that's like one of the big ones as well. And like the speed gain you get is like determined by a load of different like factors that you have to really drill into your muscle memory a lot. And like the most important one's the timing. There's like 3 different tick windows you can hit, and each of them will give an incrementally faster speed boost.
Yes, I think in with like more modern theories, and by more modern theories I mean my own personal theory, is that the timing window for it is just like that. Just generally, the closer you hit it to like actually touching the wall, the more speed you get, and it's not like specifically those exact 3 timing windows, because a lot of things like can go into it, like how much speed do you have, what's the angle you have coming into it, and all that sort of stuff. Will like actually affect how much speed you're getting out of it. Like if you hit like a first frame wall kick, but you come into it at a 90-degree angle, then you're not gonna gain any speed out of that because you're just kind of slamming directly into the wall.
Yeah. So there's one more enemy clear here, and Rippy actually picked up the DMR, which is a strat I haven't even learned yet.
Oh yes! Oh, I love this strat. Oh, let's go. The quick
so
1-2.
There's something about like the view model animation right before you pick up the battery that's like so satisfying for it.
Yeah, it's really cool. But yeah, that's a super recent one actually, and it's like really hard. Like I remember practicing that one for like a long time, and I just could not get it to work. So it's like really cool to see Rippy go for that.
Yeah, good job, Rippy.
Thank you.
Also, we have a cutscene. This is one of the cutscenes we don't skip in this category because, like, if we don't want to be loading like 15 save files per level, we chose like some of the more impactful ones and kept it to like 9 save files. So we don't skip everything. This is one of the ones we don't skip.
Yeah, it's like the big sequence where BT tells you like, hey, let me teach you about all of the abilities that I have. So we call that one Titan Tutorial.
Actually, I've like, sorry, I've like kind of forgotten the entire plot of this game.
Dude, same. It's like once you like spend enough hours in this game, all you just think about is just moving through all the levels as smoothly as possible, and like what actually happens in the story is like
a good segue as well. Actually, we're not actually running the game in English. We're running it in Mandarin because it's 38 seconds faster.
Yes, it's true. Actually, come to think of it, I wonder if I don't remember if the difference between no cutscenes and any percent, if the language difference matters there as well, because the way that the language difference works, right, is that the voice lines are a little bit shorter in Mandarin, right? So if a cutscene is structured in such a way that one line plays, and once that line's finished, the next line plays, and then the next line plays, and then the next line plays. So like if the lines are shorter, then the cutscene itself becomes shorter. But if it's like synced to like a full body animation that a character is doing, and it's like, okay, play this sound now, and then play this line now, and then play this line now, then the language doesn't make a difference. And I don't remember if the cutscenes that we skip are of either of those categories.
I'm pretty sure it still matters in NCS, but it's only like 15 seconds or something like that.
Yeah, probably.
So we killed this guy really quickly because he has like 2 health and we're playing on easy.
Yeah, that little strat where you catch, like you shoot the bullets into the shield of the Titan, and then he shoots them back at you, and then you use your own shield and shoot them back at him. That's called no U strat.
Yeah, because the shield deflects bullets, by the way.
Yes.
There's so many things like that in this game where like you don't think about the fact people have never played before, they don't know what it does.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, by the way, we have a shield that just deflects bullets, by the way.
Yeah, very, very even BT so far. Oh, and they load in at exactly the same time. This is so awesome. And both are going for Visibark too. This is epic. This is epic. So this strat is super cool because the idea is that BT is really slow, right?
No,
ouch, oof, ouch. We get to see it again on Rippy's screen.
Dude,
so
that felt like a Mac March set just then.
But yeah, so the idea with the strat is that BT in general, like if you're in your Titan, is generally pretty slow. So whenever we can, we want to get out of BT and move through the level with our pilot, because our speed cap for that is much higher. As you can see Rippy like just zooming through on the left-hand side here, doing a nice little tap strafe around the right. Oh my god, keeping 60 kilometers an hour. This is epic as hell. I love this. I love seeing this strat. One of my favorites. Now Zooch on the right here is getting to the button, and this is sort of like the time where you measure, like this is where it converges again. So like if you had decided to not get out of BT at the start, you would reach this, and like the gameplay would look the same again. And depending on how fast you do this first segment, that will determine whether or not you actually save time with the strat. Because the thing is, there's a loadout. There's Titan loadouts in this game, right? Where you pick up different weapons for your Titan, and we skipped that one with this. But that loadout makes the final boss of this level a lot faster. So you have to be fast enough with this strat in order to actually save time, because doing the strat actually makes the final boss fight at the end of the level a lot slower.
Dude, I opened Halo. How did I open 2 Halos? Oh my god.
What are you doing out here?
What the hell? It's on my taskbar right next to Discord. I go in Discord. I'm just like.
Just delete that. Delete it entirely.
I should do that. That's a good point.
Actually, yeah, why would you even have games on your taskbar?
But you don't have games on your taskbar?
No, I have like nothing on my taskbar. My taskbar is actually like completely empty. I have it hidden even the entire time. I'm like one of those guys that just has like the cleanest desktop like of all time. I don't even have any desktop icons. I have those all hidden. Like
But
every
what if
app
you
I just
do
access by
if
like.
you want to play Halo really fast.
If I want to play
Yeah,
Halo
that's what I'm
really
saying.
fast, then I'll press the Windows key, type in Steam, and then start it through Steam.
I don't know. Next beats you there. That's all I'm saying.
That's true. That's true. But I don't run into situations where I want to play Halo Combat Evolved all the time. Given that I also don't have that.
I've been playing Firefight a lot with my mates.
Yeah.
I've got on speed dial.
Speed dial.
Anyway, we should probably talk about the skip.
Yeah. So coming up with Sludge Skip right here. So what both gamers are doing right here is they're choosing their dialogue in a very particular way, so that BT, look on the right-hand side, BT like is staying at this little fence here that you can embark through this fence once he's finished his dialogue, and that right there is like one of the biggest skips in the entire game. It's like a multiple minute skip. It does not look like much, but like the alternative to doing that is doing like a multiple minute like wave fight where you have to kill like thousands and billions of enemies until like the sludge fall disappears and you can actually embark onto BT again.
Yeah, I saw a comment in the scripts the other day because I was looking at the level scripts, and the comment for that section says 15 grunts. everyone at the same time, and then in brackets, that might be a bit much.
Are you ready
Ellipsis.
for the routes? I don't know if
Also,
it's
Zeus,
my
why did you say-
Wait a minute,
My
Zooch. What the
I,
hell?
I
Zooch
did
is
not
cheating?
press that. NCS
Oh,
just
wait,
loaded
Actually,
that for
I
me.
think I've seen that before. That's a bug with the autoload, I'm pretty sure.
See if you can just
There
like load
came
checkpoint.
practice.
If you can
Oh,
load the prep to swap for it, yeah.
hacked your computer.
classic
Rippy sabotage, Rippy sabotage.
Anything going? Okay.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
This fight isn't that interesting because you just like, if you don't have the Titan loadout we talked about earlier, it's just like, you hold down left click and play Kovacs for a bit, pretty much.
Yeah, oh my god. Didn't you make a meme about that where it's just like
Yeah.
the comparative complexity of doing Vizembark versus doing Kane fight? Like where Vizembark, like when you don't do like if you do the easy strat at the beginning, you just hold W like for the first 30 seconds of the level. But if you do the hard strat at the beginning, you just hold left click at the end of the level for like 30
Yeah.
seconds.
And it's just the skeleton like pressing the...
Yeah, the
the
skeleton meme. Dude, it's so good. I love that format so much.
Anyway, yeah, on Rippy screen, run the next level now. So this is another instance of the game not being called Titanfall 2. It's now called Fall 2.
it's just Fall 2.
Because we're just completely ditching BT again. The only reason this is like doable is because there is an out of bounds coming up. Because usually you would need BT for a Titan fight later on.
Yes.
And that's the reason we didn't do this skip for a really long time, is because we didn't have a way past that. But then Robert, which is like a really good glitch hunter for the game, found an out of bounds strat. And now we just do the entire level as a pilot, and it's like 20 seconds faster, I want to say. So there's the clip, using that little IKEA thing. I don't even know what that is, to be
The
honest.
IKEA thing, yeah, it's like that little yellow platform that just like pushes you through. And, like if you line up properly, then it pushes you through like a corner in the geometry.
Yeah, the IKEA display furniture.
Yeah. I mean, this entire level, Into the Abyss, this is chapter 1 of Into the Abyss, is kind of like you're moving through like an IKEA warehouse the
Yeah,
entire
like space
time.
IKEA, yeah.
Yeah, it's space IKEA. And yeah, right now Rippy is like underneath that room where that fight would usually happen, and
Yeah, she has to
there's like
educate
this
her
tiny
more.
space underneath where you can just hop through.
And then we just die, and it teleports us back in bounds again.
Yeah. So that's an intentional death. That was not a mistake.
Yeah, I did that on purpose, guys.
I swear, I swear. Yeah, there's a lot of strats like this where we ditch BT right at the beginning of the level, which used to be a bit of a rarity in the run. Like when I was actively running the game, it was like a couple of levels. It was nice backwards air strafe, by the way. That was beautiful, Rippy. Didn't save any time, but looked really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. But yeah, when like a while ago, like those weren't like super common things where you would just not use BT at all, because a lot of times we would run into those roadblocks where it's just like, oh, there's a boss fight that's much slower if we ditch BT, or there's a fight that we can't get past without BT, and just like a lot of recent developments, and like Robert has been like pretty instrumental in that. So big shout outs to Robert
Yeah,
again.
shout outs to Robert.
Who has like found a lot of really cool stuff. Not everything has like led to stuff, but like he has he's raised the level of knowledge about the game like pretty damn significantly. Like it's pretty incredible, like
He's a
the
pretty cool
contributions he's had to this game.
He does have the certified good dude role in the Discord as well.
Yes, yes.
So it's official.
It's official. Yeah.
So yeah, this level's not a scroller.
Yeah.
Also, if you find a way to skip this level, you win like $2,000.
Well, there is now technically a theoretical way to do it, right? But it's just
True, actually.
so incredibly hard that like no one can do it. But there is a theoretical way of doing
Oh,
it.
it still gets you to the end, right?
Yeah, it's just like getting someone to do it like humanly fast enough is kind
Yeah.
of the issue right now.
I do know the route, but I cannot do the jump.
I know the route seems like such a pain to learn. I'm like, I can't be. I'm like the gif of the cat falling over in the out of laziness.
Next
know
release
exactly,
like cat gifts.
I've seen
Flew away.
like
Actually, so true.
I've seen billions of cat videos, but yet I still know exactly which one you're talking about. Shout
I
out to
kinda
cat
stole it from,
videos, by the
I stole
way.
it from Fizzy.
Yeah, Fizzy's really got me onto cats. Like before Fizzy, I don't think I was that much of a cat person, but like Fizzy really affected me in such a way that now I'm just the biggest cat person of all time. It's pretty incredible.
I can't imagine there being a point in time where you weren't a cat person. That's kind of wild to me.
It's true. I think before
How do you
I
have
had
100 reserve ammo on the Eva? What the hell?
I think the tick blew up my other move. What? Damn.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
I have a feeling that's an NCS thing, right? I think
it
just
might
on
be.
the save.
Nah, so there's a EVA over here.
Oh, you
Like
picked that one
one
up. Oh, I
pass.
see.
Over there.
Okay, so if you're curious, by the way, the reason Rippy is just like kind of going around the arena not really doing much is because, as we mentioned, this level is an auto-scroller, so regardless of how fast we go at the very beginning here, we have to wait for one of the platforms to arrive so that we can catch it to, like, for that to carry us to the end of the level. So we just have, like, both runners just have a little bit of time to kill here, which is a good spot to fit in a couple messages if we have any.
We do. So we have a $40 donation by Emily WPX saying $10 each for 4 out of 4 successful transcripts, and thank you for having me in Archiethon. Thanks to you, Emily. Then we have another donation, a $20 donation from Not a Lemonade saying, hey Rippy and Such, glad to see you too on Archie. And then we have another $10 donation from It's Lexi saying, hi Archiethon, I just wanted everyone to know that I'm the biggest rippypi fan in this chat. I wouldn't wake up at 7 AM for just anyone but the goat herself. Sending out all the drippies to help out Rippy and Heart. Thank you so much for the donations. And with this, we have a 45 out of $50 donation dollars for the incentive of the Hector the Ghost. Only $5 left, and well, there is also the Archie wallpaper incentive for the next run after this one. Both incentives is at the start of the run, so we have roughly about 1 hour to meet them. So get your donations in.
Sorry, but what Rippy just did was one of the hardest things you can do in the game right now. So that what you saw right there, you may have seen on the left-hand side of your screen that Rippy was going absolutely bonkers levels of speed, and that is called railgun. Ah, don't fall, no! Okay, it didn't fall all the way. I think you can still save this, right?
You
can.
I've done this
okay.
before in marathons, and I was like, I was
Okay.
freaking out so much, and then it ended up being
You can do it. Don't panic like I did. But yeah,
You'll probably still save time even if you spend like 15 minutes climbing up this.
yes,
because it
true.
saves
This
that
is
much time.
this is an incredibly fast strat. That's like it's like the step before skipping the auto scroller. So like as the platform is going really fast, you can use that platform's momentum to just kind of catapult yourself all the way to the end and then do that like big old climb. It's really hard, and if you miss it, it's extremely punishing. Like you lose like 2 minutes if you miss it. So like huge props to going for that and hitting it first try, by the way. Like that was a first try hit. Like it was a little sketchy at the end, but that's a hit, and that's epic.
Yeah,
Like,
you hit
let's
the
go.
epic part.
Thank you. I was so
It was one of the
panicked.
most relieving strats in the game.
Yes,
hit.
exactly.
Also, I did not know you could go out of bounds there as well.
Oh yeah, that's a new spot. Like usually we clip through the wall at like a different spot. You're going like
It's kind of epic.
you're going
I
like
didn't know you could go this way.
I was half expecting Lakitu to come up from the bottom, being like, "You're going the wrong way."
I do want to like quick thank you to everyone who's donated. Big thanks.
yes.
Sorry, I was in the
Sorry,
middle of
like we got
railgun.
so excited, but like, thanks so much for the donations and keep them coming for sure.
But yeah, that's actually an older strat. That hole was apparently the first hole found.
Oh,
And
you're right.
Paskinos,
You're right.
Paskinos went up to me and was like, "Yo, do you know about this?" And I was like, "No, I did not." And
Yeah.
I just do it because it's actually
Yeah,
shorter.
there's a lot of lore to this whole like dome skip.
Yeah, there is like some Dark Souls item description lore to this skip.
Yeah. Well,
But,
actually,
the
like,
reason,
forgot it.
like in short, the reason that works is because the dome here is fake, and it's actually teleporting you to like an alternate version of the dome. But to do that, it just uses an offset. Like it doesn't set you to a specific location. So we're just getting out of bounds and then standing in the location that just puts us right over the end level trigger when it
Yeah, and
teleports us.
you can see that location on the right hand side of the Zooch screen again. This is like where you line up to get teleported to the end of the level at the very end. And like you can't
Yeah,
really
that
see
saves,
the
like, 5
teleport
minutes, by the way.
because the lights just turn off, but like trust me, it's there. You do get teleported for real.
Yeah, they don't just rearrange the level while you're not looking.
Yeah. We're also seeing some very clean movement on Rippy's side on the left-hand side here.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm the guardian for the timeless.
Yeah, I was like half hoping for you to go for it, but the thing is, I think I've been told that it's actually not that much faster. But the thing is, I still really like going for it because it's just like so swag.
So swag.
So that
It's
Prowler
so
slide
cool.
was so epic. Yeah, we
Oh,
are actually
true.
coming up on another skip actually. So yeah, this is like this and the level before this are the only two levels in the entire game where the end level trigger is like always active, and you don't have to hit any other like triggers or flags to activate them. And we're going to use that to our advantage here as well. You can trigger the Ash fight, and then later on we're going to use an E-smoke to manipulate BT into dashing like halfway through a wall. And then if you embark him while he's like halfway through that wall, it just like puts you like on the other side of it. And then you can just walk into the end level trigger like you own the place.
Sorry, I'm just looking at Scorch's chat message, which is plin plin plon. I think in reference to the when you said like Dark Souls item description, that's just really funny to me right now.
I have never actually played Dark Souls.
You should. It's
Scary
really
fact.
good. Scary fact. I think you should be good. Yeah. So that looks a little scary because Ash is just kind of like getting all up in your business. But if BT is like solidly in the door, then there's pretty much nothing you need to worry about.
Yeah, there is actually, in my opinion, a cooler looking version of that strat, but it got routed out.
A cooler looking version.
Yeah, the brute version.
Brute version.
Like,
Is that the
That's
one
a
where
gold
you?
for me, by the way.
Like the 2017 version. Oh, no,
That's a
that's good.
gold. Let's go. Hell yeah.
2 seconds.
That's pretty significant too for like a level that's like as short
Yeah.
as Abyss 3. Like it's only like a 2-minute level. So that's pretty damn. That's pretty good.
Yeah, Rippy kind of gaming right now.
Rippy is popping the heck off. Like getting quite a bit sooner into Effect and Cause, which if you've played Titanfall 2, you're probably like, oh, this level. This is the one. This is my favorite level because that's everyone's favorite level because that's the best level and it's pretty incredible.
This level is a C tier.
C tier.
No, it's like A tier. I'm trolling. Although
It's like-
this chapter of it is actually like C tier in my opinion.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
because like Effect and Cause is another one of those levels that's split into 3 chapters. I think it's only it's Into the Abyss, Effect and Cause, and the Beacon, which have
Yes.
3 chapters. And yeah, you're right. Chapter 1 of Effect and Cause 2. I say Effect and Cause 2 as if it's like the only level that exists of Effect and Cause, but it's like the only chapter of Effect and Cause where you have a lot of downtime, and it's despite the fact that we're playing the no cutscenes category, there is still a little bit of downtime where BT is just talking
Yeah.
at you, giving you a lot of expositional dialogue.
It's really funny because this part of the level is internally called BT underscore explains underscore everything.
Oh yeah,
In all caps.
you're right. You're right. There's a lot of really funny like internal names for
Yeah,
stuff.
there really is actually.
I haven't looked like that deeply into all the scripts, so I've missed out on a lot of Respawn dev lore.
But yeah, we have a cutscene on Rippy's side now, and Zooch is about to enter as well. So if you have any messages, this is a good time.
We do, surely. So we have a $10 donation that might collide with the previously read donation from Fluffy GMD saying biggest rippypi fan reporting in. So if you're also a rippypi fan, you might consider keeping the donations going because we have 2 incentives open right now. One for the wallpaper Archie in the next run, and the other for the Hector. Yeah, for playing as Hector the Ghost in Window Kill. So keep it up.
Absolutely. We're seeing a
Rippy
lot
has
of
1 million
Rippy
fans
fans
and
right
1
now. Can
Yeah,
we get some
I'm
Zooch
starting
love
to wonder
though?
where
Like
where
Zooch is,
my
I feel like
fan
Zooch is a
base
little
at.
underappreciated right now. This is kind of
I'm a
messed up.
fluffy GMD fan there. Let it be known. Let
Think
that be
about the
known.
adversity I've gone through so far with that load that I had, losing me about 15 seconds.
Am I
Do I get
allowed
any
to be
credit
a
for that?
Rippy fan and a Zooch fan at the same time? Or is that
You can
against
only
like,
be
the
one.
laws of physics?
That's like against the laws of physics.
Yeah, no, we have like a civil war thing going on. You gotta pick a side.
Damn.
Born in the same hospital, same day.
So yeah, we do actually have quite a funny strat coming up on Rippy's screen again in a little bit. where even though we don't have control over the timeline switching, you can like position yourself in a certain position for when scripted time swaps do happen, and we're going to use that here. We're going to put ourselves inside a laser grid in the present, the present, and then when time switches again, we'll be inside the laser grid and it'll shoot us out really fast.
Oh,
Almost.
Ooh, unfortunate. So the reason that one didn't work is because I think that was just like mistimed the jump. So instead of ideally you'd want to like be catapulted and like fly through that, but that was a slide, which basically instantly lost a lot of the speed that you would have needed.
Yeah.
But still very fast for like that half
Yeah.
second, right? It still looked pretty
Yeah,
sick.
you get the idea. It's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
epic.
So we'll probably see Zooch go for it again because it's not the most difficult thing in the observable universe, but it is a pretty tricky thing to get down.
So yeah, now Rippy's going through the part where it's like in Portal 2 when you get the portal gun for the first time. So now we have control over the timeline switching, which opens up a lot of coolness and epicness
Yes.
and general shenanigans
A lot of shenanigans.
and tomfoolery.
Climbing into that little circle. Okay, now we're gonna see an attempt on Zooch's screen on the right hand side here.
Yeah, this is the
Don't
good
mess
thing
it up.
about races. You can see
The
both
weight of the
them.
world. Oh,
go.
beautiful, beautiful.
it's just cool.
Yes, yes. You love to see it.
Yeah, it can be quite scary because if you get caught between two scripted time swaps in like the wrong way, you can just soft lock.
Oh yes, yeah.
Well,
You
not
can
really
get
soft lock, but it loses like 10 billion years.
yeah. Yeah, you can get caught like in the time zone where there's just a wall in front of you and you're just back outside again, basically. Where like the bridge is like broken in the middle.
Nice pre-speed through the door from Rippy.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah, we do have a lot of expedition logs from Anderson,
Yeah.
so we have to wait for a bit.
Yeah, Affecting Cause 2 is another one of those levels. Well, actually, it's pretty much like the level that, like, in terms of pacing, is like, you go really fast through one hallway, and then you wait for 10 seconds, and then you go really fast through another hallway, and then you wait for 10 seconds, and you go fast for like 30 seconds, and then the level is over. It's pretty weird pacing-wise, but it's also kind of nice in a way to like have these little breaks in between, because it's like lets you mentally like break up the level into these neat little sections, and it actually makes it a lot easier to like practice individual segments, because Titanfall 2 in general is like such a momentum-based game where it's just like how you do in one segment will like very directly affect how you're gonna do throughout the rest of the segment, because everything just like flows into each other, and it's hard to like break up different segments and practice them individually. But this level is one of those where it's like, you know, you stop completely, there's a closed door in front of you, you have to wait for it to open, and if you just want to practice the segment that's before that door, it's like a 10-second segment, and it's like, you can really like lock those things down, and it's really nice.
Also,
Do
check
we
out
get to
this
see a
bridge.
snuggle slide? Yes! I love snuggle slide. That's one of the coolest strats in the entire game.
Yes, there is a video essay on that bridge by.
There's some math. There's some math that goes into how that works. I don't think I can explain it like within 10 seconds because it's just so weird and unintuitive. But you know, basically the idea is the bridge goes in the opposite direction, and then magic happens, and you gain speed of that bridge in the other direction, but only if you slide in it when the bridge stops while you're on it. It's very weird. It makes basically no sense whatsoever. In real life, it might happen or it might not. I don't know. I haven't tested it.
I volunteer as the test though.
You know, there is like a theoretical like physical experiment that I genuinely love to do, which would be to put a wheel on a treadmill and like match the speed so like it doesn't, and then just to stop the treadmill, because I think the wheel would just go forwards. Like if the treadmill stops, the wheel would just move forwards, like from a relative standstill relative to like the world, right? Then you stop the treadmill, and the wheel still has angular momentum, right? So it would go forward, right? I think. I don't know, man. It's weird. I spend way too much time of my day thinking about this sort of thing. This sort of stuff.
That's
These are the questions we need
weak
answers.
like line of thought.
You need like Mr. Beast money, so
Yeah.
run wild with that.
Mr. Beast recreates Abyss 2 in real life.
Yeah, every time I talk about this sort of stuff, I feel like the guy from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia doing this Pepe Sylvia meme.
Yeah, another NCS save load coming up for Rippy. You just skip a part where we just stare at the blue marble for like 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of the cutscenes that we do skip are the ones where we basically we lose control of the character entirely. So there's rarely like a way where we would think like, is there a way to like skip this cutscene like through some glitch or of some sort? Because you know, even though any like regular any percent is still the most actively ran and like most top popular category, we still haven't found any like glitches or anything to skip those kinds of cutscenes, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm actually like quite close to a Beacon 1 cutscene skip because I found a way to like unload the doors, but it takes like 5 minutes to set up. And also,
really?
if you go through the doors, it just crashes.
I did not know that. That's wild.
Yeah, you just
That's
go
really
like
cool.
really far away from the hub room and then like do the disembark teleport thing, and then it unloads them.
That's cool as heck. I did not know that. Fun facts with Nex.
Yeah.
So what you saw Rippy do there just now was abandon BT once again, but in this case it was just to take care of a couple of enemies while BT is still stuck in like a long animation of climbing down the mountain very, very slowly. And so in the meantime you can kill a bunch of enemies, which fast forwards a bunch of dialogue so that once you get here, you don't have to wait pretty much any time at all for the doors to open. At most like a couple of seconds. So the doors will open right there. Wonderful.
Yes, and then also another NCS save load is gonna happen right after this.
Oh! Look at this! Look at this! Look at this!
Oh my god. Let's go.
BT teleports,
I love that strat. It's like a Half-Life
and then
2
we immediately go into a loading screen.
loading
Here's
screen
the thing.
jump scare.
I think like that little strat of having BT teleport saves like maybe half a second. It's like so small, and like in particular in NCS, I think if you do that strat in NCS, the autoloader doesn't work, right? I'm pretty sure.
Has a chance of not working, yeah.
Oh, it has a chance of not working. That's even worse. Oh my god.
And that's kind of spooky. RNG in my speedrun.
And the level that Rippy is in right now, by the way, Beacon 2 is probably the most. Oh, it's just the most competitive level of all time because it's the epitome of a movement level in a movement game called Titanfall 2. It's like very different from Effect and Cause 2, which is very much a movement level. You don't have to worry about BT at all. That was called Kirum Skip, by the way, that little gap that took a couple of attempts. Very, very difficult skip, and saves like 5 to 10 seconds because the alternative is going through the level intentionally, which also has like a fighting sequence.
Yeah, especially doing that without a damage boost is really hard.
Yes,
which is what
true.
Ruby just did.
True. Yes, and that's something that you can only really viably do thanks to crouch kicks, which is like a variation of wall kicks that we figured out recently, well, somewhat recently. If you crouch and jump on the exact same frame, it actually gives you a little bit more speed than a regular wall kick would, because when you crouch off of a wall in regular, you have like a small little push that the wall gives away from you so that you don't like re-grab the wall instantly. And if you combine that with a jump, you get those two impulses at the same time, and it gives you a little bit more speed.
Yeah, even though it is only like 3 kmh more, it actually like completely broke the entire game for like a week because there was so many new routes that were capable that were like possible because of it that weren't possible before.
Exactly. Yeah. That's a good point because even though it's like a small difference for each wall kick, the thing is Titanfall is an incredibly momentum-based game. So it's not just like, oh, you just like move a little bit faster the entire time, but no, you accumulate more speed overall, and like the actual speeds that you reach, like we have like a 30% increase in pretty much every segment of the game thanks to crouch kicks. Like where usually we would see like 80 kilometers an hour, we're now seeing like 110 a lot of the time. Like it's pretty incredible what crouch kicks have done for this game.
Yeah, I was actually playing without crouch kicks like yesterday, just like to get back in that 2020.
It feels slow,
vibes,
right?
And it feels like, how did we live like this?
Like how would yeah. It feels like going back to a world without phones, man.
Yeah, it's like. Also, Rippy just got thrown by a robot at 110 kmh.
Yeah,
and
no
it's
big
not
deal,
skipping the entirety of the level.
I messed up.
Don't worry
It's
about
okay.
it. You're still doing it. You're still popping off.
I mean, you still got the thing with super fastball is in marathons is like you can hit the first like 5 seconds of the skip and you can still get the picture of what the whole skip is. So it's not
Yeah.
that bad.
Yeah, just like imagine that, but you keep the speed all the way to the end of the dish.
Yeah, we should probably mention we have lower gravity in this level as well because there's a skip we do in any percent that we don't do in this category. Or not a skip, but like a glitch where you disembark BT at the same time as he's hovering, and it gives you like I think it's like 15% less gravity. And
Yeah, I think-
you
I
don't
think
see us
roughly.
doing that in this category, but we just like the save file we have has that glitch enabled on it because we do that in any percent.
All right. So now Zooch is gonna do the same thing. Maybe we'll be able to see Zooch keep speed throughout the entire thing. Would be very awesome to see, because I think Zooch is also going for a slightly easier variation of it.
Yeah, I'm just not realizing why races are so epic for this game because you get to see the strats more than once.
Yeah,
So
if
you,
someone
like,
messes it up,
yeah.
you get to see the other person also mess it up. Right?
To be fair,
Sorry.
that was a good backup.
That's a good backup. Like that, you know, that's still like kept on the same sort of line.
My tester is gone.
Are you going for Tesco? Oh my god. Yeah, we have a strat called Tesco Meal Deal, and I don't understand how it works. But
Yeah, it's
like,
weird, but
it
it's
skips
really
like an
fast.
infinite spawning phase at the end of this fight that would usually happen, and it takes like 30 seconds.
Yeah, I think I understood how it worked at some point, but I forgot.
I forgot.
I forgot. It's something about the order in which you hit triggers, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think there
because
is a
it is an
trigger on that.
RTO, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there's a trigger on that like last circular platform before you get to this area where you have the last fight, and I think the idea is to get to the last platform first, and then go back. Actually, no, Rippy didn't even do that, right? I think
messed
what.
up.
Oh yeah. So what Rippy did instead was just like take an extra couple seconds to kill the grunts that were inside of that circular building, which also saves like I think up to 9 seconds if you do it right.
Yeah.
It,
It's called
It's
Tesco
way
Meal
more
Deal
than
because it's
mine.
like doing a 180 because you forgot the milk from the milk aisle.
Yeah, you forgot the milk and you gotta go back.
And that completes the meal deal because the graph stars are the crisps and the module is the sandwich. So it's like a awkward meal deal from Tesco.
Oh my god.
Dude, the forum thread when we were naming that when it got found was so funny.
Oh my god. I just love silly names for speedrunning strats. If you're in a speedrunning community and you have like names that are just like really boring, like level skip or like boss skip or something, y'all need some silly ass names. Sorry, oops. But like we need sillier names. I'm a big advocate for silly names, even if they make like absolutely no sense. Which the thing is, Tesco Meal Deal, like going back for the milk, there's no reason it should be called specifically a Tesco Meal Deal for that. Like I feel like that it doesn't really make a lot of sense, but it is very silly and I like it. I think there's a tech called bump launching, where the initial name that everyone actually, the true name for it is actually fart boosting.
Yeah, there is a screenshot of Brian Otto, who is one of the goats of the game, where it's just him saying, "We are not calling it fart boosting."
We are not
was at
calling it
work on
fart
his
boosting.
lunch
Oh
break.
my god. Oh my
I
god,
can
this
just
is one of the most
imagine him being
iconic
so
screenshots
mad
of all
at work
time.
on his phone. And he's
It's
like
so
seeing everyone
funny.
calling it fart boosting.
It was so funny.
It was
But
one of
yes,
the funniest things ever.
the official name is bump launching. The true name in our hearts is fart boosting. The reason we call it fart boosting is because when you do it, you have the double jump sound, and you do it really quickly, and it sounds a little bit like someone is doing a fart.
Yeah, interesting thing Rippy's doing as well throughout the Richter fight here is you can manipulate the spawn positions if you stand in a specific spot and then you look, like, do a specific lineup. You can get the same spawn locations every time. And then she's going to set these 2 times up to be in the same place and then do another tech called a flame duplication where I think it's like if you ignite a flame trap while it's outside your like FOV, for some reason the game just ignites it multiple times and like effectively duplicates it, and it does like I think it's like 6 times more damage. It's kind of wild.
I think up
honestly.
to 6 times more. I think, in my experience at least, I think most of the time it just doubles the damage, but I think it can go up to 6 times, is what I've heard, yes.
Yeah, and that works in multiplayer as well.
Oh yes, yeah, because the
Don't tell
reason
Respawn I told you that.
Yeah, I think the reason we even know about that to begin with is because someone from the competitive Last Titan Standing community actually just came into the Discord and just unloaded a crap ton of info
Yeah.
about like how many like just silly glitches there are with your Titan, and it was a bit of a breakthrough for a lot of us. Yeah.
Yeah, Titan tech in general does actually get quite deep in this game, so it's kind of
Yeah.
a shame that we hardly use it in the speedrun because like being a pilot is just so much faster. But if
Yeah,
you're
and you can see
interested
it
in
on-
that, the LTS community is like goes really deep into that kind of stuff.
Yeah, speaking
It
of
is really
Titan
cool.
tech, Rippy on the left-hand side of the screen is doing some silly stuff right here, looking straight down to mitigate a lot of the damage. And also that disembark was also something, I think that's to gain extra core, and now we're just going, we're like, what is even happening anymore? Because now we're just, okay, we have our core, we used basically our ultimate ability from Overwatch, but it just doesn't end. Like, he's still going. Like, huh?
Yeah, I don't know why this happens, but it just does. If you switch to, I think if you switch off root or North Star and like around the next frame, like you like core, and then it gives you flight core, but then it just never gets rid of it.
Yeah, it's super weird. I don't understand how it works. Like,
Also, I like the Overwatch reference because you were actually playing Overwatch 2 before this
oh,
one.
yeah, true. I started playing
saw
Overwatch
it.
2 with like 2 buddies recently. It's very funny. They're very toxic. I try to be like very nice in chat, and I call everyone babe, and I try to be very encouraging as the support main, and they're just really mean to everyone. It's a very funny dynamic.
I opened Halo again. Oh my! I opened 3 Halos in this run.
How do you keep doing
I'm
this?
removing this program from my taskbar right now.
Yeah, good call. I think
Yeah.
you should do that.
And it jump scares you in the main menu as well, so I'm really scared now.
So I think Zooch is still doing the other variation of the strat where you just stay on Scorch the entire time, without the Encore strat. This is really hard, by the way. I think I've been told that Encore is like significantly easier as well. So this is kind of the Chad way of doing it, and it's really scary because you can see that Zooch is like getting really close to dying a lot of those times. Like pretty much every time his health bar gets those like black and yellow stripes, he's like about to die. So it's
Yes, you
it's
can
really
drop,
scary.
Magical AA batteries that drop when you kill Titans that replenish your HP,
Yes.
which kind of come in clutch a lot of the time because with Scorch you're getting really close to kill people, and so it like a lot of the time you'll be doomed, and then you'll just like as soon as you kill someone you just about get the HP. Ah, sorry, I just got jump scared by Halo.
Wait, what jump scared you?
The Halo main menu where it was like. Boom.
Sorry, it's just like now with the context of the Halo main menu popping up, the way you said just like is really funny. It's really funny to me.
I think
Oh,
I might
man.
have just launched it again as well.
But you got rid of it from your taskbar.
No, I didn't. I like it. The thing is, it's opened, but then it's like it doesn't show up as open on the taskbar. So I was trying to click it to close it on the taskbar, and instead I
Oh
just clicked it
jeez.
again.
Oh jeez.
Anyway,
What you can see Rippy doing, by the way, is a strat called Lone Wolf. It's another one of those strats where we ditch BT entirely. This is a really scary strat because you can see there are so many Titans all around you. All of them have the ability to one-shot you. So it's really scary.
Yeah.
You do have a cloak ability, which we try to use that in like the strategically best places possible to like minimize our exposure as much as possible. But it doesn't quite get rid of the small possibility that really at any time like a North Star could just say like, today I will press left mouse button and aim perfectly.
sorry for hijacking the commentary bit there, but we're gonna see it again on. Oh no, we're not. Never mind. I just remembered he's not doing that.
Oh yeah, we get to see
Titanfall.
the OG strat on Zooch's stream.
I'm
Yeah,
representing
this is,
the boomers of Titanfall today. And showing some throwback strats.
You know, this is
Yeah,
the
whenever I do see this, I get like actually nostalgic about it.
yeah, it's pretty nostalgic. Yeah, it's like a very cozy way of doing.
Brings me back to like the
this segment as
2020
well.
race era where all my PBs were in races.
Oh wait, we have Barker skip. We have to be quiet for,
Oh,
for
true.
a sec.
True. Sorry.
Hard strat.
Partial.
Uh-oh.
What the hell?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Nice. Yeah,
You
that's
got
really,
it.
That's a really
Very
hard
nice.
strat. Really
Thank
hard
you,
strat.
thank you.
Yes, yes.
Also, Zooch,
Hard
I
and
thought
also
you, I thought
random
you
a
just
lot of the
infinite fly
time.
code by accident. Then I was like, damn.
Nope, just popped the wrong core. So now I'm gonna be slow.
Oh, you almost saved that. So there's another like. I should probably explain what's actually happening. Usually, you are supposed to get like thrown to this ship by BT, and it takes like 5 weeks. But you can just like do a grenade boost over to it, and that actually does like kind of break the rest of the level. There's a lot of like funny things that can happen.
That was close.
For the rest of the level as a result of doing that. And then also we can just go onto this ship as well. This isn't really that unintended, it's just like doing it much earlier than... Because usually they tell you like, okay, we're gonna line up, and then, okay, go now, but you can just go whenever you want. And now Sarah's gonna be telling us we have to take out 3 gun batteries, but you don't actually have to take out the first 2 to activate the hangar fight, so you can just take out the last one, and the game doesn't care, so we're gonna just go past these people and then pull a frag to take out these enemies as quickly as we can. It's like one of the very few enemy clears that are actually in the game.
Yeah, there's also the one with the hangar clear right after this one as well. I think that might even be it, right? In terms of like enemy
the
clears that we
battery clears
have
and
to
BT
do.
kind of count, but that's pretty much it.
Oh, true. Yeah. You're right. I forgot about those. But yeah, there are very few like segments in the game where we actually do have to fight enemies. Also, Zooch is now also doing bugger skip, so we're gonna shush for a second.
Ooh, that's actually close.
It looked a little sketchy with the slide, but it looked very close as well. Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna get... Nice.
Look at that! Didn't even need the damage boost. Let's go.
Yeah, that is how we used to actually do that without a damage boost, but if you don't do one, then it like is pretty much completely RNG. So like the frag boost is what makes it consistent.
Yes.
But yeah, back in like 2016, people actually used to just live like that. Like it's actually kind of wild.
Yeah, I was.
And there's also a
Rippy
lot of
before,
different variations. But yeah, go ahead, Zooch.
I was telling Rippy before that strat has been going well for me in practice, so I knew that it was the classic curse.
Yeah.
The third try
Don't worry.
isn't the end of the world.
Yeah.
One time I was ahead of estimate in a marathon, and then that skip took me all the way back down to being behind estimate.
Oh my
Cried a
god.
little bit.
That's so sad. But yeah, there's a lot of different variations of like ways that you can do Barker skip. I think another OG-ish way of doing it is to line up more towards the edge of the wing and damage boost from there. But like what both of the runners did right there was a variation that I think Bladen figured out that just gave you a little bit of extra height from like sliding down from like that little cockpit sort of area where you have a little bit of extra height, and it gives you like it sets you in a position where the grenade explodes a little bit farther under you instead of behind you, so you get a little bit more height, but you get a little bit less speed. And it makes it a little bit more consistent because, you know, when you're high, you have a little bit more time to sort of see like, am I going too fast? Am I going too far? Am I going too slow? So you can adjust a little bit more easily to what's happening.
All right, may
No,
I hop in
sorry.
with a couple announcements?
Yeah, sure.
All right, we have $5 donations by Input Evolution, saying, let it be known that it's actually I who is the #1 rippypi fan. And there is another $10 donation by Goofy Goober 69, I think I read that name before, saying, such fan present. With this, we have met the incentive for Ghost Hector for the next run, and we still have 35% completion in the wallpaper, the Archie wallpaper incentive, so keep the donation rolling, and thank you so much.
We got a Zooch fan,
Wonderful.
guys.
Let's go. Thanks
Yeah,
for the
I
donations,
got
We
everyone.
found the one.
Oh, look at that. So what Rippy did there, did right there is called Snake Splitter. I don't understand how it works, but I think it's just like, due to some like weird math shenanigans of like how the secondary fire or like the ADS of Ion's gun works, you just do like a absolutely bonkers amount of damage like really quickly to Viper. Like, look how quickly that bot. Oh my god, that was so fast. I'm just
Yeah,
I'm just
because,
now processing like that Rippy is just like getting into BT's hands so incredibly early.
You can one clip it. It's because it gives you the split shots where it gives you like 6 shots per thing, but it doesn't give you the damage penalty that usually comes along with that. Is how it
Right,
works.
yeah.
And you can just one clip Viper. If you kill Viper fast enough, it just crashes the game actually.
Oh really?
Fun facts with
Yeah,
that.
I'm kind of curious because like now technically Rippy is out of bounds because of like some shenanigans with how like the whole ship is moving. So I'm actually curious with how fast that was. There's like a wall that's moved that's like coming towards Rippy like very slowly. And right there, that's Rippy like getting pushed by that wall and clipping through.
Yeah, there is a lot of lore behind that. There's like a thread by one of the Respawn developers that explains why that happens.
Oh,
I
yes!
don't remember the exact details, but it's a really interesting thread actually.
Yeah, it's
The way this level works like pushes so many engine boundaries. It's kind of wild.
yeah. Yeah, because I think the whole issue was that this level is like physically really big, but the engine limitation was they couldn't actually have a level that was this big in actuality. So I think what they did was just that in reality you're just kind of in the middle of the level, and the entire level is like moving forwards and backwards as you're progressing through, and like things are coming into the level and things are going out of the level behind you to like keep you in the center, sort of.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure it's like you kill Viper really quickly, it just like doesn't properly catch up with you, so you're outside of like the big kind of conveyor belt kind
Yeah.
of thing, and then it catches up with you when you're in the cutscene instead.
Yeah, you can kind of imagine that like around the level there's this big box of invisible walls that prevents you from getting outside of it, and if you're fast enough you can get to the edge of that box before the level tries to push you back towards the center, and then with that cutscene you clip outside of that box.
Yeah, coming up on the final level of the game now as well, with like the save load that's coming up in Zooch as well.
Already on the last level.
Oh god. Yeah, this is pretty much just like raw pilot movement. It's one of the really difficult pilot sections, especially if you're
Yeah.
on pace. People who can like nail this part on pace are like, I will never have the gene for that.
Yeah, I was about to say like the fold weapon is like, I don't know what it is about it, but it's like one of the hardest things for me as well to just
it's like
get
80%
just right.
mental.
Yeah,
Like in a run setting.
incredibly difficult movement.
Yeah, we're gonna call down this fake imposter titan, but then we're gonna put BT's eyeball in it, and then it becomes BT when you do that.
Who's this FS1041
Yeah, like, what the
guy?
hell?
Who
Who is this
who
man?
are you? Oh, never mind, it's BT. You're back.
Give BT a hug.
Oh my
There
god,
should
that
be a
would be
button
so
for that.
adorable. They should have done that. They should have done
Yeah,
that.
actually. You
That
should
would
be
have
able to-
been
you
so
should be able to
epic.
pet titans.
Oh my god. If that doesn't
if you-
happen in Titanfall 3, I'm not buying it.
Yeah, if you go behind
Period.
BT there, you can skip the animation where you like run up the gun, like that's scripted there, and you can just
In
embark
fact-
him normally.
I'm taking that one step further. If there are no cats in Titanfall 2, in Titanfall 3 that you can pet, I'm not buying it.
Yeah, like what are we gonna put as a donation incentive at that point?
Pet the cat in Titanfall 3. That would be so
Yeah.
awesome, actually. Like, imagine if Titanfall 3 came out and it was like just like another, like as much of a banger as of a speed game as Titanfall 2 is, but there's a cat that you can pet. Like,
It
it would
just is
instantly be
Titanfall
the
2,
great-
but there's a cat you can pet.
Yeah. It's just the same
You have
game.
Nessie, at least.
That's true. You can't pet.
Oh yeah,
them.
at least let us pet of Nessie. Yeah, that would be awesome. There are probably no Respawn devs watching, but please. I'm doing puppy eyes right now,
Please
please.
point right and then point left emoji next to it.
Yeah. Putting the fingers together, please.
Yeah, how do you say that in real life? You just have to. It's like trying to say triple question mark in real life.
Yeah.
Anyway, final boss of the game coming up for Rippy. This is a British woman, Sloane.
Isn't she canonically the girl that throws the calypso into the air?
True.
She's just like, I just had this calypso. And then she swears, which I'm not allowed to do,
Yeah.
probably, I think. We're playing it safe.
Yeah, so like Sloane Fight is like split into a load of different phases, and we're going to be using spawn manipulation on all of them, which pretty much works the same way as in Beacon 3 earlier. And in particular, this phase coming up with like the Reapers is actually really important to do fast for a skip that we might see later. Wait, no, we won't because it's NCS. Never mind.
Oh yeah, we don't get to see. Yeah,
Yeah,
but we get to see what it's like in spirit.
we do.
We get like we'll be able to tell you like if this was regular any percent, would they have gotten it?
I don't think
And
Rippy
I-
would have because he was
Rippy would have gotten anti-shot but not pre-charged.
Damn.
There, we will not get to see the effects of it, but just trust me, bro. Trust me.
Yeah, in 80% there's like a final cutscene there, and that final cutscene can be broken in like 5 ways. And we wanna like there's 2 ways that we're looking to break it in 80%. You can't see it in NCS. But Rippy would have gotten one of them.
So
where you
Rippy's
kill
in the very
Blisk.
last segment of the game now. It's the escape sequence. About like 10 seconds,
Oh, yeah.
5 seconds away from game. So that is time for Rippy. And all things considered, Zooch is not that far behind. Like
Yeah.
coming into the final boss from now, like especially in NCS, which like cuts down on that time pretty significantly. Like that's still pretty darn close.
Yeah, we didn't really
for
talk
a
about it, but that
race.
was like a really, really close race.
Yeah.
Like y'all were in the same level like at all times.
Yeah, pretty much.
Also, the planet exploded. Lol.
Lol, 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 everyone has perished. Lol.
This will affect the trout population.
I'm
This will
sorry,
definitely
Zooch,
affect the economy of that
But I was
planet.
on gold pace. I golded my last planet.
What?
Okay.
Let's go.
Damn, how close were you to PV?
Plus 2 minutes 16.
Oh.
Oh, okay. So you
I
were
felt like
you were
such
just
a
gold
good
hunting
run.
then.
Yeah, pretty much.
My live split has been a split behind ever since that load on Blood and Rust, so I got lots of golds on my screen.
Oh. Well, you're popping off.
Oh no.
Yeah, Zooch actually.
Except I'm
on
letting her core
PV.
at every moment, so that's not good.
You'll make it work. I trust.
Yeah, we
You
shall
got,
see
you got,
if,
you got, you got sword
Zooch
core for
can
these.
recharge
You
as
got
well
sword core
in
for
a
these
little bit.
gamers.
We should mention we are doing the flame trap duplications on all of these as well.
Yes. Yeah, you get to see her
Yeah,
again.
most
Pretty much
of
every time you see someone like look straight up and like put the flame shield up, that's like the flame trap duplication to get really big damage.
Yeah, the thing is, like, if you haven't seen Andy shot before in any percent, just like go on YouTube and look up like Titanfall 2 Kill Blisk. It's like one of the funniest skips in the game. But we don't get
Yeah.
to see it
Oh
in
my
this
god, you're
category. It's
right.
kinda
Yeah,
tragic.
we totally miss out on how funny that skip actually is. Because it just completely negates the existence of Apex Legends as a video game.
But yeah, time coming up for Zooch as well. And time.
It's a clean escape right there.
Yeah, GG's.
GG's. I'm curious about what both your final times were. They
My
couldn't have
timer's
been
still
too far
going,
apart.
but 58 pretty much. 58 flat.
58
Yeah, to
flat.
56, 46.
Damn,
56,
that's like a
46, so-
120 equivalent.
Yeah. Yeah,
My
you're right.
PB is actually 57.15, so that was a pretty good run for
Yeah.
my stats.
Yeah, that's really good. And like just over a minute apart is like pretty darn solid. Like for a run that's like an hour long. Like,
Yeah, I
hello?
don't like Titanfall. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. GG's, Rippy.
GG, Zooch.
Thanks for playing.
Yeah,
Zooch
that's
got me
the-
into this game and taught me like the first few levels, so shout out Zoochable.
True.
Oh hell yeah. I
And
didn't
now
know
we
about
get
that. That's
to-
some lore right there.
I get to watch Rippy.
Zooch
the
also got me into
student become a
Celeste
master.
and taught me my first Celeste level, so shout out
That's
Zooch.
so epic.
Yo. Wait, maybe I'm important in this world.
Hell yeah. You of course you are. Absolutely no question.
Do we have any final shoutouts, Rippy? Sweet. Next.
oh,
Yeah,
no,
shout
Shout
out
out
to
your
Sweet
mothers
Connects.
on Mother's Day.
Shout out to
Oh,
all
you're
mothers
right,
of
it's
the
Mother-
world.
Shout out to my mom. I love my mom.
I love me
Shout
My
out to the
mom. She's not
restreamers.
watching.
Yeah, shout out
The
production.
unsung
Yes.
heroes.
I
Thanks for
have,
having
the
us.
Titanfall community as well.
yeah,
Point
thanks
dead.
for having us. Thanks for the donations. And I want to shout out, in like 7 hours or so, I'm playing in the CS 10-man at Archiethon. So if you want to see me shoot some heads, then be there, because it's going to be fun. And it's got some professional production.
I have it on good authority that Zooch is the team carry. So be
I
there.
hope so. I hope so.
Also, I just realized we finished 10 minutes ahead of Esmond. What the heck?
Yeah,
For
that was
gaming.
so clean.
Yeah. That's what speedrunners do, you know?
That's right.
Thanks, everyone.
Is that it
Very
from
much.
us? I think that's it.
Yeah.
Well, if that's it then. Thank you very much for this run. That was an amazing showcase, and well, take it over.